So finally, after long last, these came in. First one is kind of funny because I always wanted to see this TV show, and I was originally just gonna get the complete series on like Blu-ray or DVD or whatever, but they had the library and they had actually the full series. I didn't get the full series all at once, so obviously that would take way too long. But I got the first season of the Adam West Batman TV show. Never seen it. Interested to see what it's like. I know it's like different, obviously, from what you normally get. And then this final, I think this is a final, I believe it is, the final volume of Wonder Woman by Brian Azzarello. After this, it's a completely different team. And I don't know if it did too. I don't know if the new series did too well. Usually when the creator leaves, like the big creator like Brian Azzarello, when they leave the title and someone else comes on, their run is not viewed as good as what came before. I do like that run though. I know it's a very controversial run because it changed a lot, but it's New 52. It changed a whole bunch more. But I guess it was just back then when they didn't know. It was like back in just 2011, so it makes sense that people would still kind of remember or whatever. And this one came in pretty quickly. Transmetropolitan Volume 5. 5 more of these. There's 10 in total. And they have them all at the Angel Loans too, so I'll be able to get the full series. What really makes me mad is that there's a book 4 that has an issue, like it's a one-shot issue. It's not included, at least I don't think it is. It's not included in any of the others. Like, you have to get that book 4 to get that missing issue. Then this one I'm going to give a chance to. It's Tom Taylor, and it's not one of his more well-reviewed ones. I mean, it's not like, no one, I don't think anyone's hated on it. Like, said it was awful and it wasn't as good or whatever. It was just one I wanted to read. I always wanted to read, and that's Superior Iron Man. This is only one, right? We got. Sometimes they will give me volume 2. They've done that before, where I wanted volume 3, and they give me volume 1. Could happen the other way around. Sorry for talking. I don't. I think what I should do is like a headset, so all you hear is me talking, and it could be like a war going on outside. You wouldn't hear that. You just hear me. I need to invest in that when I get more subscribers and money. Which that's 1,000 subscribers. The reason why I don't invest in it now is because I could get one. It's probably a cheap one I could get, but there's rarely any noise. There's actually the books that come in normally, it would have been a perfect opportunity for me to. Because I would have been home alone at that point for me to just do this without any noise. But Sex Criminals Volume 3. See, they do that, and I don't know. I get why, because that's how they do it in the libraries. But they cover up the volume number, so you don't know what volume number it is. So they could literally have it out of order, and you would never know. Oh, this is right here. I just realized that. Most of the time, in fact, they probably do have it on the side. But yeah, Volume 3. I like this series too. It's a damn good series. Definitely not for kids, but it's not just like vulgar for sake of being vulgar. There's a point to it, and it's not really like. It's much better than you would expect it to be, I guess. I don't know why I had to add that part. This one I've heard is not too great, but I feel like I had to read this before the Guardians of the Galaxy book that I got. That I do already regret getting because of how Annihilation was and how much I didn't like that one, and that's considered to be a good Marvel book. But Infinity Wars probably stop after the first issue. That's why you get books at the library, so you don't have to waste money on them. Now this one I really had to be very specific about it. I couldn't just put Ex Machina Volume 4. I had to put the entire thing, and I think the author too. And then I finally got it. But yeah, Fact or Fiction. The only problem with this is that they have Book 2. I'm going to have to do that with the next one. But Book 2 is one issue after this one. So let's say it's issue 14. The Book 2 is 15 to whatever. And the first one is 1 through 14. It was so annoying. Because I would have just gotten Book 2. I almost was thinking about getting the omnibus because of that. But that was because it was like $80 on Amazon. But now it's increased in price. Ex Machina is okay. But I still get the next volume. I do take like a pretty long break from them though, like with Wicked and Divine. Um, Deadpool Volume 4 by Jerry Dugan. I really love this run. This is such a damn good run. It's one of those books I read like this. First time I thought it was good. Second time I thought it was good. And third time I really enjoyed myself with it. It gets better. It gets better as it goes along. I mean, even the first volume was good. It's still good, but it was just like it gets better. You know, like they know what they're doing. Think of it as like the first season of a TV show, which is ironic because it's got the first season of that Batman TV show. Speaking of Batman, this one finally came in. I solicited this one, I think the same week as Final Crisis, and I'm almost done Final Crisis, and it's 12 issues, and I took a break from it too. I think, yeah, I did, because I didn't read it right at the back because I had a lot more. I had other books to finish beforehand that I would have finished in a week's time. That's how I do it. So for like Deadpool, I'll finish in a week. I'll try to finish in a week, so I have a lot to return. So because I get a lot of books, and I don't want to go over the limit. Because pretty soon here, they're not going to let me off the hook. And Dark Knight Returns, The Last Crusade is one I can't prefer to come in. Deluxe edition, I just realized. I guess I call it that anyways. But that's apparently the prequel to Dark Knight, and that will simplify. I don't know. Basically, I'll have read all of the Dark Knight Returns books. Actually, no, I have not read the second one yet, but I have it on Prime. I have it on free Prime. So all but the second one. All the ones that you really should read, I guess. I actually like the third one, so I'll probably like the second one. But I think people that the third one is the second best one. The first one's obviously the best. I haven't heard much about Last Crusade, and Golden Child was awful. So that's how I feel about them. Batman, Death in the City. This is Paul Dini. If I can't get the omnibus because it's out of print, I might as well just get these, some of the trades that they have. And the rest I'll get on the Kindle or whatever. Or just, wait for the omnibus to come back to print. I wouldn't have gotten it for my birthday anyways. I have a bunch of other stuff to get. And I may not even get all of those. All New X-Men, All Different. This is volume 5, I think? Well, hell if I know. Because again, it's covered. Again, I understand why they do that. And finally, Multiversity. I swear to God, they had it at my local library. I don't know if it went out of stock or if it got ruined. It was weird. They have two, and I think this is why they have 2 copies of it. But they had Walking Dead, and I want to say volumes 10 and 11. I actually don't know if that's the one I have 2 of. Was water damaged. So maybe the same thing. Maybe it was like a big accident somewhere in that section of the library. Cause that's where this one was. It was in the same section. And they had a huge accident. One spilled some water, or there was a flood or something. I wouldn't say a flood. Or like the roof leaked. I don't know. Maybe The Walking Dead, so just that old. I don't know. But I swear to God they had this book. Because the cover looks very familiar to me. And I remember seeing it at the library. But I had to get it interloaned. It was funny, too, because I asked the librarian. I was like, oh, do you have this one? And she said, no, it's not in stock at all. I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, you want me to solicit it? And I was like, screw it. Do it. But yeah, I think this is more DC than, this is a Grant Morrison one, which is awesome because I'll have 2 straight weeks of Grant Morrison. 3 if I decide to reread, which I probably will, Nameless. Because I have Filth and Final Crisis. I'll finish Final Crisis by next week. The Filth will be next week. Maybe this will be 3 weeks. So maybe 4 straight weeks if you include Nameless. Nameless I had read not too long ago actually, and I wasn't was okay. I really liked the first issue, but then after that I was kind of like, I'm done. But I'm willing to give it a second chance. I have that feeling, I guess you would say, that I had with the other ones that I've reread and enjoyed a lot better. Like with Nightwing, Batgirl, all DC books. Kind of funny. And I guess you could say the Deadpool Daniel Way, but I actually liked it. I liked it the first time. I didn't with well, no, did I even read Night? Yeah, I did. I remember I returned it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was back then. Because it wasn't like I read Nightwing and Batgirl like 10 years ago when they were coming out, like, it released. No, it was like not even a year ago when I started it. Actually, probably about maybe even 2? No, not that long. Definitely over a year, because I finished Batgirl a while ago. The Gail Simone run, anyways. Again, it's one of those New 52 books that. Because it wasn't New 52, they dropped that title after a while because it wasn't doing too well. And then they had a whole new creative team, and then almost everyone sucked at it. I heard even the Scott Snyder Batman gets kind of bad after a while, but I still got it because I'm a completionist and I just wanted to get it. That's it. And it can't be much worse than his Dark Knight's Metal. Even that I kind of liked. The Dark Knight's Metal, the biggest thing that's making me not want to get it is how expanded it is. It went on forever. I think it went on for 2 years, maybe even more. No, it was 3 years actually, because it was 2017 to I believe 2020. So yeah, 3 years. Yeah, 18, 19, 20. Well, I think it was 4. I don't know. I guess if you include 2017, it's 4 years. But yeah, 3 to 4 years of that. I am not going to get into that. And I just didn't like it. I thought it was there was too much going on. And you had to read tie-ins that didn't exist, or had to read books beforehand that aren't technical tie-ins. Like, you had to read his Batman run, which, not like you had to, technically, but... And you had to read this one you didn't think you had to read. Not just his Batman run, but maybe his Swamp Thing run. I don't think you have to do that, but my point is that it was too intimidating. Because it was too much, and I was like, you know what? It's not even that good a book to begin with. And it was okay. I don't know. I do want to give it a second chance, though. But again, it's just like, what's the end game here? End game. I'm just going to read a book that I'm going to keep having to get books. They have Batman Who Laughs, and I believe Dark Knight's Metal. But it's just so many of them. And it's like, where do I even begin? Where do I end? Why? I haven't really heard much good about it. I hear it gets really bad. It gets like way too convoluted, and it doesn't get to the point where I think it's gonna get. I guess I don't know. That's it.